Steps. Everyone does them. This is the current meta for doing cardio. And if you're on a fat loss phase, you're probably trying to do as much as possible, and me included. And so, as I've tried and experimented with methods to increase my step counts, here is my top 3 method to burn as much calories with steps as possible. So, number 1, most important, what we're trying to do is burn the most calories in the least amount of time. But the problem is if we do that to an extreme, like with running, for example, we end up fatiguing ourselves, which makes us more hungry and makes us less performing in the gym, which doesn't allow us to keep as much muscle as we want. So what we do is low intensity cardio activity or steps. But sometimes steps can get very low in calorie burning. I don't know how you say it, but basically it is not tiring enough. So what you can do is purposefully increase the number of calories burned for the same amount of steps by simply taking these steps faster. Try to go into zone 2 cardio efforts every time you do your steps. So for example, if I'm walking to school and I know I can do it in 30 minutes by just ambling there, I'm going to try to get there in 15 minutes. So it is a hybrid between walking and running, and I find this gives me the most the most calorie burning to fatigue ratio, and it is one of the best ways to save time, because you don't want to be doing 4 hours of stepping every single day. All right, number 2, right up, is try to sleep more. There is a common misconception about sleep, and some people think that sleeping less will not impact their fat loss, but it will impact their muscle retaining abilities for the body. And so they think that if they sleep less, yeah, they will lose more muscle than if they slept well, but they will not lose fat less. But that is not the case, because when you are well rested, your body is full of energy, and unconsciously it will do this little, instead of sitting down, it will prefer being standing, because it burns more calories. Your body, when it is well rested, tries to be the most active possible to stay alive, because if it doesn't move, it dies. But if you are not sleeping enough consistently, because if you sleep bad one night, it will not affect it. But if you chronically have deprived sleep amount and quality, you will not have as much low movements with your body. Okay, you will not be standing as much, you will not want to walk as much, and you will not be fidgeting. So I have a friend, for example, who is always doing this with his leg when we are in class, and that is because he eats so much that his body is just begging him to eat that energy away, to expand that energy away, and so his body tries to fight the tactics to do that, and that is fidgeting. And that is actually a big part of your total daily expenditure. So maybe if you didn't sleep enough, you may go do your 10,000 steps, yes, but the problem is, if you did sleep enough, you wouldn't have to do that much steps by going and doing your steps, actually, because throughout the day you will not find trouble walking towards places. So yeah. And the third and final step you can do to increase your step count is do your daily activities that you normally do and walk more. So you can go do some steps. That's what I do. So usually 4 times a week I go and walk 2 hours to get 40,000 steps or something. And so, yes, okay, I do my steps, but it's good to have also some steps throughout the day, because your body doesn't like burning calories all at once. It likes, evenly spread distribution of daily expenditure. So what you can do is, for example, I live very close to school, so about 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers actually. And it is maybe 10-15 minutes by car or bus. But I know it's also 30 minutes by walking. So what I do is I usually plan out 30 minutes to walk there, and I do it at 20 or 25. So I try to work more on these daily things like going to school. This can increase your step count. Just go there by foot, all right? And same thing with the gym. I try to walk there as much as possible. So I take the bus that drops me a bit further from the gym, so I have to walk a bit to go to the gym. And basically, if you apply these three principles, you can reach maybe 15,000 steps a day. This is maybe a bit much, but this is at least a step towards the goal that I'm trying to achieve. I'm going to plug my stats here. I've went from 6,000 steps a day to 10,000 steps a day by just going for walks. All right. So I didn't implement any of what I said. I just went for walks. Then I increased to maybe 11,000 when I implemented, heavy walking, like, walking a bit faster and a bit more energetic. Then I started walking to school, so it increased me again from 2,000 steps a day. And then I did the final step, sleeping more. So I always slept very well, but I try to sleep even better. So that means increasing your sleep amounts, increasing your sleep quality. So don't wake up the night to piss. So that means don't drink water before going to bed. Don't jerk off. Don't watch your phone or computer or TV. Read a book, etc., etc. This increased my fidgeting so much that I lost like 1.5 kg of fat without even trying, and I didn't feel any hungrier. Final advice I can give you is, if you struggle with walking, going for walks because you are bored, simply put a headset on. I know, you have to winter arc, watch the nature, be grateful for the birds. What the fuck? You do it once, that's very cool. You watch the sun, oh my god, that's so happy for you. But if you want to do it consistently, you will start to get bored, and that's when the headset comes in. So you just put your headphones or headset, whatever, and you put a podcast. So what I do is listen to gym podcasts, and if your attention span is not as fucked as me, you can just listen to music, and that will make increasing your step count much more easier, and making you a bit more shredded and a bit more happier. Right, stay big, guys.